Hi dear students, in the previous session we discussed about the ascomycetes, and in today's session we are going to discuss about the basidiomycetes. I have written over there the basidiomycetes. So here we will take up the first example to understand the organisms properly, that is basidiomycetes, which are a septate organisms, and due to the presence of septate organisms, and due to this condition they are called as higher level fungi. Higher level fungi. And here you can see that these are all multicellular eukaryotic. I have not mentioned this in the earlier type of organism, you know well about this. So that is why eukaryotic organisms, and you know the meaning of eukaryotic and multicellular. And example for these are rust fungi, smut fungus or smuts ಅಂತನೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಫಂಗಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ಸ್, ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ ಮಂಚೂರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ ಸೂಪ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇವರಿಂದನೇ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅನದರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪಫ್ ಬಾಲ್ಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಎಡಿಬಲ್, ಓಕೆನಾ, ಪಫ್ ಬಾಲ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಟೋಡ್ ಸ್ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಟೋಡ್ ಸ್ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಇರೋ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಏನಂದರೆ, toad stools are very colored and they possess a patch like structure upon the edible part ಅಥವಾ ಫ್ರೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಮೇಲೆಗಡೆ. ನೀವು ಅಂಬ್ರೆಲಾ ಥರ ನೋಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆಗಡೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಲರ್ಡ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಥವಾ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಪಾಯ್ಸನಸ್ ಫಂಗಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಬಯೋಲಾಜಿಕಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಟೋಡ್ ಸ್ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಿಯರ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ವೈಟಿಶ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ರೀಮಿಶ್ ವೈಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕಲರ್, and they are all very edible with the presence of rich quantity of vegetable oil, vitamins, enzymes, and also some other nutrients required for our growth. So that's why mushrooms are differ from toadstools. These are poisonous and highly pigmented, and these are whitish or creamish white in color. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? So this is one more thing. And next, shelf fungus and bracket fungus. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, bracket fungus, right? So here we will find the each and every one importance right here. This rust fungus and smut fungus, these two I have underlined in the separate colored. Rust fungus and smut fungus, these are obligate parasites. Nature, mode of nutrition ಅಂತಲೇ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. Almost all are saprophytic, and only few are obligate parasite. ನಾವು ಬರೀ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, obligate parasites ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. Why we are going to say these as obligate parasite, and what is the exact meaning of obligate? See, dear students, you can find that the organism is going to complete their life cycle in some other organism's body, and they require food and shelter completely. Here parasite ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಫುಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶೆಲ್ಟರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ದ ಆಬ್ಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್. ದೇ ಕೆನ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್, ಅವರ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈಕಲು ಒಂದು ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೇ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ಓಕೆನಾ. ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಟ್ರೈಕೋನಿಂಫ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ನ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೋಟೋಝೋವನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ದಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಝೋವನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಕ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟರ್ಮೈಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಓಕೆನಾ. ಇಫ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಟರ್ಮೈಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ in the world or on the earth, the termite is absent, then the trichonymph is going to get dead. ಅಥವಾ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲದೇ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಆಬ್ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟರ್ಮೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟಿನ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ಲೇ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಥ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಆಬ್ಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ rust fungus and smut fungus is said to be obligate parasite, and their life cycle is going to be completed in some other organism's body. If the particular host organism is absent, then the life cycle of rust fungus and smut fungus is not going to be completed, and that condition is called as obligate parasitism. ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿದೆ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಸಮ್. ಈ ವರ್ಡ್ನ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹಂಗೆ ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಸಮ್, ಈ ವರ್ಡ್ನ ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ರಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ. ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಸಮ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದಿದೆ, ಆಬ್ಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಸಮ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಒಂದಿದೆ. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು? ಆಬ್ಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸಿಟಿಸಮ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಏನಿದ್ರ ಅರ್ಥ? ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮು, ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮು, ಅದರ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ನ ಒಂದು ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಥ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಆಬ್ಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ತುಂಬ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ, ಮುಂದೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗೋಣ. ಓಕೆನಾ? Next we will find the facultative parasitism when it comes, right? Next property and they reproduce the reproduction of this obligate parasite, reproduction of this obligate OP ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತೀನಿ. obligate parasite is not performed in the absence of performed is not performed in the absence of host ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದರ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಫ್ ದ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್, ದೆನ್ ದೆರ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮೇ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ ಅ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆಬ್ಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಸೈಟ್ requires host organism for completion of its life cycle and to perform a reproduction. So that's why obligate parasite requires a host organism anteli helteve. Next we'll move to the another property of this. Here these are multicellular, already bardidini nanu, multicellular. If you consider this as a hypha, and each cell with the septa. So these are the septas which are present within the hypha, a mycelium alwa, and within this there will be a nucleus, and I will make a enlarge of this septa. There will be a presence of, ee septa hegirutte antandre so this is a structure of a septa. An exact, no, it is not an exact structure. I will just assumption of this one. So this is a septa structure where in case of basidiomycetes only, the septa is perforated with pores ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಹೋಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ತೂತಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಹೋಲ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಹೋಲ್ HOLE ಹೋಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪರ್ಫೋರೇಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಪೋರ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೋಲ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೌ ದೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಲುಕ್ ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪರ್ಫೋರೇಟೆಡ್, ಇದು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಸೆಪ್ಟಾದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರು. ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ಪರ್ಫೋರೇಟೆಡ್ ಸೆಪ್ಟಾ, ದೆನ್ ದೇ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಅಪಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹೋಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ಸೆಪ್ಟಾ ಇಸ್ ಪರ್ಫೋರೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಸಿಡಿಯೋಮೈಸೆಟ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಇವೆರಡನ್ನು ಹೋಲಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೋರ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಡಯಾಪೋರ್, ಸಾರಿ ಡೋಲಿ pore. This pore is called as Dowley pore. And next, there will be a presence of two type of mycelium. So illond line hakkolana. There will be a presence of two types of mycelium. Types of mycelium. Mycelium ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? In case of fungi, the plant body. ಇದು achlorophyllous plant ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೀವಿ ನಾವು, right? This achlorophyllous plant body is called mycelium. Of a fungus is of two types. Basidiomycetina fungus ಅಲ್ಲಿ mycelium ಎರಡು ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, and one is called as primary mycelium. First one is called primary mycelium and second is called secondary mycelium. Primary mycelium and secondary mycelium. So in which type of fungus group there will be a presence of two type of mycelium is a one CET question. That is, in case of Basidiomycete only we can find the two type of mycelium. Those are primary mycelium and secondary mycelium. And this primary mycelium is uninucleated, and that's why these are called as monokaryotic. Karyo ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಮೀನಿಂಗು? ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ monokaryotic ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. The secondary mycelium is present with two nucleus, that's why dikaryotic. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? The primary mycelium with a one nucleus and the condition is called as monokaryotic, and the secondary mycelium by making a karyogamy process. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? By making a karyogamy process they become dikaryon, and the condition is called as dikaryotic. During the regarding when I was explaining plasmogamy and karyogamy, I have explained that plasmogamy is followed by karyogamy and meiosis, zygotic meiosis. This was an explanation that I have given. And also I mentioned that in some group of fungus, plasmogamy, by the end of plasmogamy, dikaryon is formed, and later they will take a long time to conduct a karyogamy and meiosis. So ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಟ್ 30 days were there. 30 days ಒಂದು ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ವಿತಿನ್ 10 days ದೇ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ 10th ಡೇನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಡೈಕ್ಯಾರಿಯಾನ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆ ಡೈಕ್ಯಾರಿಯನ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ 11th ಡೇಯಿಂದನೇ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಆಗೋದು ಫೈಕೋಮೈಸೆಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ, ಆಸ್ಕೋಮೈಸೆಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಬೆಸಿಡಿಯೋಮೈಸೆಟ್, after the end of plasmogamy, dikaryon is formed and immediately there is no entry to the karyogamy. Instead, they will take a long time to conduct a karyogamy, and that helps in the formation or to develop a 2n condition, zygotic condition. ಅಂದರೆ zygote ಅಂದರೆ 2n ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು zygotic condition ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? Only in case of Basidiomycete, plasmogamy will ends and take a long time to conduct a karyogamy, but Phycomycetes and Ascomycetes will conduct a plasmogamy immediately turned into karyogamy, later meiosis. ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ಸು ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು? So this is about the general characteristic feature. We'll move to the next type, next general characteristic features. I will rub this one. Please take a note on this by pausing the video. Here, when it undergoes a reproduction process, we will take up the concept of reproduction now. Reproduction in Basidiomycete, and we know that the rule or the method of reproduction, first is plasmogamy. We need not to elaborate it. karyogamy. Sorry dear students, here end of this will form a dikaryon. Later it will take a long time to undergo karyogamy, and immediately after this meiosis. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ 2 ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಅ ನೀಟ್ ಲೇಬಲ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. ರೈಟ್, ಟೇಕ್ ಒನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಗ್ಯಾರಿಕಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಅಗ್ಯಾರಿಕಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಜೀನಸ್. Agaricus is a genus. In case of this, you can find a fruiting body which is umbrella in shape. So these are the unicellular root-like structures present on the upper surface of the soil, and these are subterranean in nature, and later they will make a immediate entry of the erect posture, and where it is bulged little bit, this makes a stipe ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. And later this structure is going to have a umbrella like appearance. And there will be a presence of a point where all the gills are going to meet. ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. Gills are going to meet at one point, and this meeting point is called as annulus. Annulus ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. And these structures are called as gills, and within these gills there will be a presence of basidium, and these which bears a basidiospores. And this basidiospores will conduct either the sexual reproduction or maybe a asexual reproduction. We'll go in detail later. So this is called as fruiting body. And these are called as rhizoids. And when it appear like this much only the structure, these are called as edible. ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ? ಎಡಿಬಲ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಕ್ರೀಮಿಶ್ ವೈಟ್ ಕಲರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ವೈಟ್ ಕಲರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. These are called as edible fungus. If you are going to observe the same thing, this fruiting body appear like this. They are little bit pointed. The same structure will be there, annulus and stipe, everything. And these are the gills. ಹೀಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಾನೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಓಕೆನಾ? If you observing that the patches, ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಲರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಚಾನಲಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ದೆನ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪಾಯ್ಸನಸ್ ಫಂಗೈ. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಪಾಯ್ಸನಸ್ ಫಂಗಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಟೋಡ್ ಸ್ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ. And now the basidiospores are the positive and negative strain bearing structures. They undergo either sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. We'll go through this same now. Take here the reproduction. First one, asexual reproduction. In case of asexual reproduction, these will be done by, actually asexual reproduction will be by spores, but due to the absence of spores separately, there is no asexual reproduction in case of basidiomycetes. Dear students, I am sorry for this, where due to the absence of spores separately, there is no asexual reproduction in case of basidiomycete, and by bearing positive and negative strain, they undergo directly the sexual reproduction. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ absent, that's why there is no asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, right? Second one, we will go through the sexual reproduction, and you can find that these are the gills. When we enlarge the same gill structure, it resembles the same structure of this one. So ee tara irtade gills antandre. Next, these possess a basidiospores or basidium. So ee tara basidium irtade, okay na, and these are called as basidium. And these basidium which bears positive male strain and negative female strain. So these are the positive and negative male and female strains, and as it is the same thing, this will become the positive and another one will meet together to form a negative strain. And later you know that there will be a nucleus separately, and it will make a septa formation, and later they will make a fusion by the process called as plasmogamy, which become binucleate condition. This will become binucleate condition, and that is called as dikaryon by the end of plasmogamy, and later these will become, after a long time, they will fuse each other, and again undergo zygote formation. This is called as karyogamy. ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ? ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯೋಗ್ಯಾಮಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So this karyogamy ends with the zygote formation. The zygote will develop a zygospore over the top, and two cells are formed by meiosis. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ by meiosis, and this is called as zygospore. ಇದು zygosporangium. ಕಾಣಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, zygosporangium. And this zygosporangium, which consists of nucleus separately, they will undergo division to form tetra. Number of cells is tetra. Aita? So these are the number of cells formed within this, and later by the end of the sexual reproduction, they will develop into a new mycelium. So new mycelium andre enagutte, this type, that is a stipe, rhizoids, a fruiting body. Say for example, this is a mushroom, and another one mushroom with the rhizoids and umbrella like structure. These are the structures formed. And here what happens, the spores are formed outside. So ಎರಡು ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ನಾನೊಂದು ಕಾಲುಮೆಲ್ಲಾ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಝೈಗೋಮೈಸೆಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಮೈಸೀಲಿಯಂ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೀಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೇಟರ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟನ್ ಓವರ್ ಇಯರ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೊಲಾನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್, ಸೊಲೊನಿಫೆರಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೇಟರ್ ಅ ಬಲ್ಬ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ದಿಸ್ ಬಲ್ಬ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಕಾಲುಮೆಲ್ಲಾ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಕಾಲುಮೆಲ್ಲಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾಲುಮೆಲ್ಲಾ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಟ್ ದೆರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾಲುಮೆಲ್ಲಾ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಿಸ್, ದೆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ endogenous production of spores. Endo ಅಂದರೆ inside, genus ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ genesis ಅಂದರೆ formation ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Endogenously formed spores within the columella, spores are formed. That's why this is called as endogenous. As in case of basidiomycete, the gills are absorbable outside and they bears a basidiospores. This basidiospores are formed outside, so that's why the basidiospores formed outside, and that condition is called as exogenous. The columella consists of spores inside, endogenous. Gills present in the basidiomycete consists of spores outside, that's why exogenous. Now you can find the statement that the basidiospores are formed exogenously in basidiomycetes group. The spores formed inside the columella and it is called as endogenous in case of phycomycetes, example zygomycetes. Understood about this regarding the sexual reproduction. We'll make a summarize of this now. Basidiomycete, we learnt about the general characteristic features, and when it comes to reproduction, you can find the process in this way. One is plasmogamy. Plasmo means cytoplasm, gamy means fusion. So that's why plasmogamy is a fusion of cytoplasm, where within that nucleus will be going to fuse. And next, the end will be formed the dikaryon. Di means two, karyon means nucleus. Within a single cell there will be a formation of two nucleus. Then this dikaryon will take a long time, which get resisted and sustained, and then later undergoes karyogamy. Karyo means nucleus, gamy means fusion. The two nucleus present in a single cell get fused to form a karyogamy, and then later by it undergoes meiosis. And this process has been represented in this condition. Will take up one of the organism called as agaricus, a mushroom, common mushroom, and which is edible. When it comes to the pigmented condition of agaricus, the same. If it is pigmented, then will be the poisonous fungus. If it is not, then it consists of a whitish or creamish white color, then those are called as edible fungus. You are going to eat this. And later, the structure which resembles a unicellular root-like, they are called as rhizoids, the erect posture called as stipe, and a unitement of gills called as annulus, and then later gills, then fruiting body. This gills consists of a basidium. These are the sexually reproducing units. This basidium, which consists of basidiospores. Spores andre sexually reproducing structures. These spores consist of positive and negative strain. We need not to mention that male and female gametes, as it is considered as positive strain, negative strain for male and female separately. And later these are looks like this, where it consists of conidiospores. By fusion, this is considered as male and this one is as female. They forms a fusion called as dikaryon, we written over there, and this is a binucleate cell. For longer time they sustain, then becomes a karyogamy, then zygote. This zygote is developed into two structure. This develops a different structure called as zygospore. ಈ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ನ ಝೈಗೋಸ್ಪೋರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಝೈಗೋಸ್ಪೊರಾಂಜಿಯಮ್. As it consists of zygote condition, this is mentioned as a zygospore and zygosporangium. The zygosporangium will develop some meiosis, it undergoes meiosis to form a tetranucleate condition. Tetra andre 4, so that's why 1, 2, 3, 4 cell nucleus will be there within that, and later which come out of this, and these are coming from the outside, that's why exogenous. Here it is endogenous. We have discussed about this in the earlier session, right? Endogenous and exogenous. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು? So this is about basidiomycetes. Thank you dear students. We'll discuss the next group of organism in the next session.